Well, good morning, y'all. It's Monday, the 24th, and I've been stuck on my phone all morning. Reason for that is Freedom Rally convoy going on in Canada right now. Pretty fucking awesome, if you ask me. I know we tried it down here, but I hate to say it, probably gonna piss people off, but yeah, we didn't have what it fucking takes. We couldn't get it together. We couldn't make it work nationwide. We couldn't get enough people involved at the same time to really make a difference or have any effect. I kind of saw this last night. I was watching, I don't know, somebody was talking about something, of course, on YouTube, and they had mentioned, this freedom convoy. And I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it last night. I figured out what it was about, and I woke up this morning and decided to look into it and see really what was going on up there. And god damn, y'all, the Canucks got what it takes. Sorry, they're doing it better than we are, than we did, and we probably can. Americans can't get on the same page enough to fucking wipe their own ass. All it would take is fucking 12, 16 hours in one single day where every single fucking truck driver in the country just stopped. People have no idea how much change that would affect here in America. But, this isn't about us today. This is about our good friends to the north. And I got to give it to the Canucks, man. They're really stepping up to the plate, and they're really fucking going for the jugular on this. They've got convoys from every fucking major city in the entire country heading towards, what is it? I don't even know where the fuck they're going. Ontario, I think. I've been kind of distracted by the what they're actually doing right now with the convoy itself. And watching a lot of the videos, but damn. So here's something to think about. The Guinness World Record for the largest convoy ever in the world was set in Egypt 2 years ago. I think November 2nd, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe November 20th, one of those two. That convoy that set the world record was 480 trucks. Not bad, right? The convoy that left Alberta, Canada, this morning, Calgary, Alberta, was 75 kilometers long. I'm going to take a wild guess that specific convoy alone shattered that world record. I'm an American, we don't do kilometers, but I think it's close to half. Even if it's exactly half, that's, 35 plus miles long. I'm going to take a wild guess that there's more than 480 trucks just in that convoy alone. So now you've got convoys coming from Calgary, Red Knife, fucking Nova Scotia, Quebec, Montreal, all over the damn country. And they're not little convoys. They're hundreds of trucks on each one. The preliminary estimates when they were starting to, organize this, they expected about 150,000 trucks. And they're convoying from everywhere into, I believe, Ontario, to shut down Parliament, I guess. They started yesterday. Today was the official kickoff where they got in their trucks and started heading to, Parliament. On On a side note, one of you truckers, please, please park your fucking semi up Trudeau's asshole and blare that fucking horn so his eyeballs pop out. On another side note, y'all know that Justin Trudeau is Fidel Castro's son, right? Y'all know that, right? If you don't know that, now you do. If you don't believe me, fucking educate yourselves. I don't really give a fuck if you don't believe me. It's the truth. The truth doesn't care about your feelings. The fact is, this fucking piece of shit is burying Canada unnecessarily. Kids aren't in school, people aren't working, and this convoy, regardless of all the propaganda and bullshit that's being put out by the Canadian media and the Canadian Truckers Alliance, which is total bullshit because they don't have 90% of truckers in Canada, never even heard of them. But they've all come out and said, oh, they're doing this for that, and they're doing it for this reason, and they're protesting vaccines, and they're protesting the shitty fucking roads in Canada. You know something? The Canadian people aren't any more ignorant, dumb, stupid than the Americans are when our government tries to pull that shit. The Canadians don't care what the government has to say. They're doing their fucking thing, and hopefully they get out of this what they want. But this convoy, this rolling protest is only and solely in protest of the mandate that says truck drivers that cross the Canadian-American border need to be vaccinated and carry fucking cards with them. Well, I'm an American down here. I'm a truck driver, and I don't fucking... the day that Biden said he was going to do that, I went straight to my job. It was my day off, and I asked my boss straight up, are you going to have to implement this? Well, I drive truck for a local ranch here in southern Colorado, and we are one of the very few in Colorado that are farm to market. We have our own trucking, we have our own ranch, we have our own facilities to hold the potatoes. We are also, I believe, the only one in southern Colorado that has our own processing facility. So we take those potatoes and barley right out of the fucking, not barley, I'm sorry. We do haul barley, we sell barley to Coors. Oh great. Now I lost my train of thought. Yeah, we take the potatoes from the field, put them in bins, $1.5 million worth of potato in each bin, and we got about 30 bins. And then, we, throughout the year, like right now, we haul the potatoes from our bins, our storage facilities, to our warehouse where they're clean, packaged, and sent out to market. I asked my boss the day that happened, I said, do I need to quit my job? And he looked at me kind of funny. He hadn't heard. And I told him what was going on, what Biden had said. Of course, he got big eyes real quick. And the next day, I asked him again, what's going on? Well, the day I asked him the first time, he's the owner of the company, the top dog. I asked him, I said, are you going to have to do this? Are we all going to have to get vaccinated to keep our jobs? And he kind of didn't really know. I kind of put him on the spot because he didn't really have any idea what I was talking about. So the next day when I went and asked him, I said, hey, did you figure out what's going on here? So he says, yeah, we all got together last night. The owner, he's the owner of the ranch. His cousin runs the processing facility that we have. And they all had like an emergency company meeting. And that night, like with a couple hours notice, they called in the lawyers. They had a corporate meeting and they literally split the company legally. So now the ranch is its own entity, and the warehouse, the factory, they're their own entity as well. So together we have, a lot of employees. But singly, no, we don't have enough to mandate that. So we lucked out. Now, I'm an agricultural. I don't even have a CDL, so I can only drive 200 miles one way without a CDL. So I'm not really, I'm peanuts compared to you guys that are professional over-the-road drivers that, haul. And, you guys are the ones that really keep our country going. You and the train conductors, those two, if those two stopped, our country would turn into a third world country within 3 days. I got a lot of respect for, long haul drivers. Some of you drivers that are, based here in America, y'all go way up north in Canada, pick shit up, and you take it down into South America. I mean, y'all are the real deal. And the government ought to recognize that. And we the people ought to get behind you like the Canadians are doing. You don't believe me? Google or go on YouTube and search Canadian Freedom Convoy 2022 and you'll see it for yourself. These aren't little crowds that are standing on street corners. These are fucking crowds of people that are lining miles of the highway. Every fucking overpass, every intersection, every fucking gas station along the way, these people are just, I'm impressed. And I'm proud of these guys. I'm proud of our good neighbors to the north. Now, they're really, again, they're doing something we couldn't. We didn't. We tried it. I tried. I asked my boss, I said, hey, will you let me take one of the trucks? And I'll just fucking drive around the valley at 10 miles an hour and, fuck them. Like, they can't, what are they going to do? Impeding traffic? Give me a fucking ticket for that, asshole. Go ahead. Now, I saw a couple, well, I shouldn't say a couple. I'd be lying if I said I saw more than one, but I really haven't looked. I did see a video, and her name was Erin, I believe. She was like a highway patrol officer for Ontario area, Canada. She's a police officer. I don't know what they call them, they're Mounties, but she's like the equivalent of I'm in Colorado, we have the Colorado Highway Patrol, CHP. Whatever their equivalent is, that's what she does. But she was on duty in her police car, and she made a video in utmost respect and support and encouragement for these truck drivers. She was all about it. So, down here in America, when we tried it, the cops shut it down, they gave everybody tickets, they're a bunch of fucking cocksuckers. Bunch of fucking bootlicking motherfuckers that they don't have a fucking clue. Yeah, you fucking idiots. You should have fucking supported us instead of fucking shutting us down. Maybe this shit wouldn't be going on in our country. It's pretty fucking sad when Americans fucking shit all over themselves and our neighbors to the north, the Canadians, see it and say, fuck that, we can do better. Well, guess what? They're doing better, and they're doing it right now. Epic fail, America. We all ought to be staring north to our friends and watching them do it right. Pisses me off, honestly. I mean, I have the utmost respect for Canadians. There's nothing against Canadians, but in my eyes, Americans have what it takes to do fucking anything. Americans, we the people, put our minds collectively together. We conquered the fucking world. We have the largest, strongest, best military in the fucking planet. I mean, I'm probably rambling here at this point, but back to my point. So I'll start back off with when they started organizing this, or even right up till yesterday. I forget the group that's doing it, but they, they expected about 150,000 trucks. Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to double or triple that because, now the estimates that I'm seeing is 700,000. 700,000 trucks. 750,000 trucks. Just trucks. And there's miles and miles of private vehicles and private companies that are also in the convoy supporting it and going along with it because They need to. What the fuck, America? Seriously? Pull your fucking heads out of your collective asses and let's get fucking something done down here. You fucking lazy motherfuckers, man. Y'all sit back, you're scared to lose your job, you're scared to do this, you're scared to do that. You a bunch of fucking pussies. Seriously? Y'all, if I owned my own rig and I had a CDL license, I'd be at the border or I'd be in Canada already. So now I can move on to the next point to this. We couldn't get it done down here. And again, we did try, but it turned into a fucking joke. So the Canadians think, what they think when it comes to estimates for people. They say 500,000 to 1 million people and 500,000 plus trucks. Well, I'm guessing there's going to be at least 5,000 truckers, at least, probably way more than that. American truck drivers that are heading north to Canada. They're northbound. Some of them are already in Canada. I saw a video this morning of a few American truck drivers, flying our flag and the Canadian flag. Our flag was upside down. So was the maple leaf. So there's already American truck drivers up there participating. And I know for a fact that 650 truck drivers left South Carolina this morning headed north. I know there's about 600 trucks leaving from somewhere in Georgia this morning or today. I know of a big convoy leaving Texas and Arkansas sometime today or tomorrow. I know there's a group in Denver that I think they left this morning. There's about 400 to 500 trucks there. There's a group leaving out of Albuquerque. There's a group leaving out of Utah somewhere. Like, this is no joke. Like, pretty fucking crazy that the Canucks kick off something that we are so passionate about down here in America, that Americans drop everything, hop in their trucks, spend their own fucking money and time to go across the Canadian-American border to go up to Canada and help protest something we couldn't fucking do down here. Yeah, it pisses me off. I mean, I'm super proud of the Canadians. Like, I'm not, nothing against the Canadians. I got the utmost respect for them. But why is it that we needed the Canadian? Why did we need the Canadians to do something better than we did just so we could join in it? I can't wrap my brain around why we couldn't do it down here. They have a quarter of the people we have. They got about 100 million or 150 million. We've got, 380 million, almost 400 million Americans? What the fuck? Bunch of... So, and there's a lot to this. The prices of everything are going up on both sides of the border because of the fact that truck drivers that aren't vaccinated aren't allowed to cross the border. Really? Most of those truck drivers never see the general public in America or Canada. They're usually on the backside of a building or down in a basement or somewhere away from the general public. And all they're doing is unloading products. Like, I don't get it. Look at the fucking facts. Look at the science. Nope, can't do that. That triggers people, and you get canceled because you're talking common sense and logic, and everybody knows that fucking triggers people, especially here in America. A bunch of pussies. Wow. So anyway, I'd be willing to guess, probably 5,000 or more truck drivers here in America will be northbound. The ones that can get across the border before they shut the border down, because I see that coming. They're going to shut the fucking border down. They're not going to let all of these truck drivers that want to go up there, they're not going to let them all up there. Why would they do that? They're going to shut the border down and stop them at the border. which is fine. Because the truck drivers that get across, they get to support firsthand what's going on. The truck drivers that aren't allowed to cross the border, guess what they're going to do? And of course, this is just my, uneducated opinion on it. My guess would be that they're going to fucking shut down the border crossings. You get 500-600 trucks at each border crossing, and they just park their fucking truck and go to sleep or go get lunch or, sit there and flip everybody off. Now you shut down the border. Now no one can get across. There's 0 people going across. I see that coming. Especially with fucking Trudeau up there. He's a pile of shit. I mean, he, I've never liked Justin Trudeau. I mean, I don't have to worry too much about him because I'm not a Canadian. He's not my prime minister, thank God. Because he's a fucking worthless pile of shit. Pretty simple to say. But I see him either hopping on an airplane and going on vacation the second these trucks get to Ontario, or he's going to call in the fucking military to shut everything down, shut the borders down, shut the highways down. And if he does that, all he's doing is playing right into the protesters' hands. Their point is to shut down the country and make a point. If you shut down truck drivers, you shut down the economy, period. So it really doesn't matter where, if they get shut down, it doesn't matter where they do it because they're achieving the same goal. They're shutting down the economy. It doesn't matter if local cops shut you down before you can get on the highway. Well, now they're shutting down the roads in their own town, which shuts down the local economy. So it doesn't make any sense for, law enforcement or the military in Canada to try and stop this. But they're not going to stop it. They can't stop 70,000 trucks. They can't stop 100,000 trucks. They definitely can't stop 500,000 or more trucks. So I'm kind of curious what, everybody's thoughts are on this. I know I'm a bit of an asshole and I got my own opinions, which I don't ever try to force on anybody. I just try to, get people to think. Well, what do you think? I like opinions, I like to have like a educated, intelligent debate / conversation about it. Because I don't really know anybody that's against this. Except, maybe law enforcement, some of them. And, the tyrannical pile of shit that's running the country up there. I don't know, I feel kind of proud today. Not for anything I'm doing, but it's rare. I can't say it never happens, I'm not positive, but it's rare when the Canadians start something that the Americans, they have to join in on. They're so compelled and passionate. I mean, we're dealing with the same bullshit down here that y'all are up there. I'm just, again, it's not very often the Canadians do something that we jump on that bandwagon in a fucking heartbeat and support it wholeheartedly from A to Z. And, that's exactly what's happening right now. I'll be following this for sure. I'll probably make an update later. If anything, anything really different happens, because again, all you gotta do is go on YouTube or Google or any of the fucking social media platforms and type in the search bar, Canadian Freedom Convoy 2022 or anything even close to that, and it'll pull up. There's a few groups on Facebook that have pages for this convoy, for this protest. Just add yourself to the group and follow along, or go on YouTube and type it in and just watch all the videos and fucking educate yourself on what's going on up there. I mean, I can't remember the last time in my lifetime, I'm 43 years old, I can't remember the last time that the Canadians started a protest that thousands of Americans halted their personal life, maybe even their businesses, to go to Canada and support the cause. Am I wrong? I can't think of any, I can't remember a time when that happened. Again, I'm only 43 years old, but in the last 43 years, say the last 38 years, because you don't remember shit when you're a kid, but let's say in the last 35 to 38 years, I can't remember a fucking time when anything like this happened. I can't remember a time in my life when the Canadians did something this big as a protest inside their own country. Like, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy in a good way. It needs to happen. We should have done it just like they're doing it, but obviously, we're pussified, scared. Oh no, the government. Fucking pussies. I also have never seen the maple leaf upside down, flown upside down. I mean, I know that it's a sign of distress for our country when we do it. I didn't know. I'm ignorant about that. I didn't know that Canada, it's the same way. I didn't know that. Maybe it's the same way for every country in the world. If you fly your flag upside down, maybe it means your country's in distress. I don't really know. Again, I only really know what it means for me as an American to fly my stars and stripes upside down, which you can't see it, but my flag is literally upside down out there on my flagpole on the other side of that wall. I live in a small Mormon town, southern Colorado. Nobody said a fucking word. I figured people would be pissed off about it, because they were 10 years ago when we were doing it. But I'm really, really excited. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm excited. Fuck it. I'm excited to see what's going on in Canada right now. I'm super fucking, enthralled by it. It's got me right now. It's all I can think about. It's all I'm watching. It's all I'm following right now. I really give a fuck at what else is going on. This is something huge. It's history in the making. It's already shattered, and I mean absolutely fucking shattered the Guinness World Record on, convoy trucks. I mean, beyond shattered. I don't know what the word is that's beyond shattered, but whatever that word is, yeah, that's what's going on. It's crazy. I mean, and again, I know for a fact there's convoys that left Georgia and South Carolina. I know there's one that left Denver this morning, but there's at least a dozen more that I know of that are either staging now or already northbound. So it won't be long until this gets real big, real political, real fast. The government doesn't like it when you challenge their authority. And right now, as far as I'm concerned, between Canada or America, it doesn't matter. Your authority is bullshit. You don't fucking have the authority to be doing the fucking shit you're doing, you cocksuckers. You think the Americans and the Canadians are just going to fucking roll over and take it in the ass like you just want to give it to us without Vaseline? It's not going to happen. Of course, there's fucking idiots everywhere in every country around the world. Every government, even if it's a tyrannical, communist, socialist, there's going to be supporters. There's going to be die-hard fucking supporters that will openly call for the worst fucking shit that a free nation has to consider. I mean, if we're a free country, we don't offer, in a sense, we don't offer all the bad stuff that happens around the world, but look at it. That probably didn't make a lot of sense. It's alright. I don't care if that makes sense or not. I'm allowed to ramble. I'm allowed to not make sense, even though I really try hard to not sound like an arrogant, ignorant idiot. What do you think? I really want, I mean, I know people watch my videos, but no one ever comments on them. I'm really curious what people think about this. I mean, do you support it? Do you not support it? Why do you support it? Why do you not support it? What do you want to see happen? Where do you think this will go? Do you think the government's going to step in and try and stop the Canucks from doing this? As of yet, I haven't seen anything. There was a report that police were stopping the convoy somewhere, but somebody else came on and said, no, that was a truck on fire. It was basically a vehicle accident that, obviously it's going to cause a bottleneck, but according to that report, police were still letting the trucks through, slowly, one by one. So I don't know. I don't have any specific ironclad, stories or proof that, anybody's trying to stop it yet. But, they're not planning on being in Ontario until the 29th, Friday. So, I got 4+ days, almost 5 full days to, a lot can happen in 5 days. We all know that. If you're observant, or smart, or have, I don't know, at least 3 to 5 brain cells left, you know how quick shit can happen. Anywho, I'm going to stop rambling since this fucking video is already 30 minutes long. I really would like people to comment on this because, as long as you're respectful and, you don't personally attack me or anyone else, we can have a conversation, we can have a debate. You can tell me why you don't support it. You can tell me why you think I'm an idiot or you think this is bad or wrong or, or if you do support this and you think it's great and, you want to see more of it. Or by all means, if there's any fucking truck drivers out there or people, civilians are also going north to support this. There's a lot of Canadians that live here in America. And, a lot of the states that border the Canadian border, most of those people are back and forth across the border weekly. Some of them are across the border daily. I'd kind of be curious what some of those people are thinking right now. Like, how do they feel about the protest? How do they feel about the reason behind the protest? Do they support the protest? Do they support the mandate? I wish I had the ability to do, like, a national poll, like, 1-to-1. Not go on the line and, do that shit. Talk face-to-face. I'd love to talk to some of these people and see what their opinions on all of this are. Everything I've seen all morning long has been the utmost support for this, including, like I said, that police officer. I wish I could remember her name. I know her name was Aaron something, but kudos to her. I got a lot of respect for her because her ass probably gonna lose her fucking job for that. But I'm assuming she knew that before she made the video, and I'm assuming that she's willing to stand up to, fight for what's right and what's wrong, and stand up for their rights in Canada. Your Constitution isn't much different than ours. We have more freedom.